Hello everyone, welcome back to our episode 3. And if you are new member, let us introduce ourselves again. My name is Lami.
And my name is Soso. We're gonna be your hosts for today from 6 to 7 p.m. every Thursday.
Okay. And today what are we going to talk about?
So today we're gonna talk about a topic that's called focus on yourself, love can wait.
It's quite interesting, right?
So let's get started. So talking about love, how do you identify love in your definition?
And for me, love is kind of like pure thing that is okay. To identify the love, I want to describe with 3 words. The first one is caring. Because when we love someone, whether it is a family member or your romantic partner, when we love someone, we care about them. So the first one is caring, and the second one is be there for them. Like you, very supportive. Okay, supportive. When we love someone, we want to support them in any way what we can. So we want to support them and then sacrifice. Because maybe it is not true for everyone, but when we truly love someone, especially our parents or our siblings, we want to make a sacrifice for them. So yeah, I want to describe with 3 words: caring, sacrifice, and supportive. And what about you?
I think love for me is like about giving. Like giving to someone that we care about, our time, our financial, our caring. It's just about giving. But sometimes I also felt a bit lost when I'm entering in love situations. At this point, I'm talking about love between 2 partners, like man and female. So sometimes I feel like I'm not who I am because I'm trying to change myself to fit into their imaginary girlfriend or something that they wanted. So let's give a wake-up call. Let's talk about the hard truth about like why do we keep feeling like this.
Okay, so you go first now.
Okay, so the first wake-up call that I want to share with you is that sometimes when we move on from one relationship to another relationships, we kept attracting like toxic people. We kept repeating the situation again and again. But we might blame on the other party that it's them, not me. But in reality, sometimes the problem isn't them. The problem is on us because we are tolerating what we are not gonna accept. We are tolerating things that it's too much for us. I'm not saying that we deserve the mistreatment, but I'm saying that our picker is broken because we kept ignoring the red flag and coloring them in green. So like because we are so very desperate that we wanted love, so that's why we painted everything as rainbow, like seeing it as rainbow. So that's why the universe keeps sending us the same lesson but in different version of people until like we learn to stop tolerating the things that are not meant for us. So like in comparison, it's like if you walk through mud and your shoes get dirty, but you keep walking through mud, at some point we should stop leaving the mud. We should leave and walk on the sideway.
So I really agree with you. That's why people say that if you are starving, don't go for it. And when you are starving for love, like desperately, and then when you met someone, you are stick to that someone. So you tolerate anything that someone treat you. So it becomes a toxic relationship. And I also want to add something. Sometimes, like when we have a conflict with another party, we always think that that's another person is problem or the problem is that we tolerate. But sometimes we may also have some kind of toxic relationship with ourselves as well. because no, I also reflect that relationship between two people is not only one way, it is two way. It should be the mutual. So the other party can be toxic to you, or you can also be toxic to that someone. So that's why I also think that before that's why I think that the topic comes up because before you know how to love yourself, you should not jump to loving another person. Because if you don't know how to love yourself first, you will not be you will not be able to love others.
So
You know what I mean?
what you're saying is that love won't fix you
Yeah,
because getting into a relationship when you are broken is just asking someone else to carry your weight along with you.
yeah,
So like you can imagine like buying a house with a crumbled foundation.
mhm,
So you don't move in and hope the house to fix itself,
mhm,
but you fix the foundation before you finish it.
mhm.
So that the house won't collapse. So it's like, are you ready for a relationship or are you just tired just sitting alone by yourself?
Yeah. That's why if you want a healthy relationship with someone, you need to focus on yourself first. You need to reflect yourself. Are you really ready to love someone, or are you ready to be loved by someone?
The other thing is the wake up call I want to share is that you can fake love
Yeah.
and you can fake self love because
Mhm.
we think that this person is obviously like begging for it. It's not like you think that like this parade is like you begging for love attention, but it's not. Sometimes it's like replying in 2 seconds every single time you get a text,
Mhm.
or like changing your schedule to fix others, or laughing at jokes that they just
Even
come
if
up
it's not
funny
funny,
at
right?
all, or say like, "Oh, I'm fine, I'm okay with it," but actually you are deep down you're hurt inside, and you can't have any opinion. So it's like you are changing yourself for someone that you wanted to be with, and to be with them, you are willing to sacrifice and lose yourself.
Yes, that's why we need a strong confidence and self-awareness to aware everything around us. Because okay, you are not okay with the way the someone treat you, and you tolerate. Maybe it is a small thing, but small thing when they combine and it's become a bigger one, and one day suddenly that you explode those all of your emotions, and then it turns out into the toxic one, and then it turns out into a big conflict. So that's why we just need to have the confidence and focus on yourself first to be able to reflect and to be confidently communicate with everyone, right?
I sometimes think that most people will think that, oh, I'm already too old. I'm reaching middle age. I'm 20, 30 right now. Sometimes, like, do you feel like, oh, I don't want to find love anymore. I would just pick that person and I would just settle down. Have you ever thought about it?
Yes, because now I'm quite old enough and I'm really closer to the graduation. And then after graduation, I will work on myself. Like I will shape my career. But as a female, that we also need to settle down in not too old age, because as you know, in to build a family, to have a kid, I also rush myself that I need to have a serious relationship. I have no time to swing around. I have no time to play around. I need to focus on the serious relationship. And then whenever I meet someone, I date someone, I take that serious.
I
And that's
also
also mistake, I guess.
I also like have the same feeling as you, but sometimes I would just wanna settle down, have one guy and just like, oh, he is gonna tolerate everything together.
Yeah.
But actually, sometimes settling down, either way, too early or too young, isn't insulting. It's a disrespect to ourselves because when you settle down with things that you don't want to tolerate for a long time. You don't actually know your worth, and you accept the breadcrumbs that are left over from others, and you call it a feast. You call it a buffet.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that like settling down is bad, but sometimes it's just insulting to us. So like when you accept the bare minimum and call it love, you are telling yourself that this is all I deserve. I do not deserve anything more than this. And you are betraying yourself. You stay because they text you good morning, but ignoring you and disrespect you in the evening. So you are like accepting the bare minimum. You frame inconsistency as mystery, and you just disrespect yourself. And you're just like, maybe sometimes you just come up with excuses to cover their mistake. If, example, they won't text you or they won't update you on something, you just think that, oh, maybe he's busy with work.
Yeah, nobody is busy at all. Like testing someone takes only a few seconds, right?
Everyone is on their phone nowadays every time,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like there's no excuses. It's only take us like around 30 seconds to tell you, oh, I'm busy right now, I'm in a meeting, talk to you later.
Yeah,
So you're just settling down for things that doesn't match you.
quite true, because when sometimes when we are very desperate to have the relationship, and then we jump into, oh, this is just him, I should tolerate, I should understand, I should be understanding person. But actually, as I told you, relationship is not only one way, it's mutual. So you are here and the person is here. It does not mean only you is moving or only the other person is moving. You both have to work to be closer together. So it should be mutual. But when you accept those kind of like one way, and then you become toxic, you become downgrading yourself. And the worst scenario is that you don't communicate at all. You keep accepting the bare minimum, and then you don't communicate. You keep understanding. Oh, I need to be understanding, and then we become lost in our life.
And one day you feel like, oh, just because I understand him, I lost the chance to express my own feelings. Like I don't have the opportunity to tell him, oh, I feel this way because he did this. But at the meantime, we're just coming up with excuses so that we understand why he's doing this.
Yeah, and then we start victim blaming.
Yeah,
Victim blaming, right?
and we just accept it. So to move out from all of this, disaster, we may be more focusing on yourself, like focusing on ourselves, and in focusing on this ourselves, what do you identify it as?
Focusing on ourselves means that to me, it is setting a boundary. Setting a boundary from everything. Because focus on ourselves, it does not only apply to our left, like it applies to everything, right? To focus on ourselves means that you don't rely on someone. Your emotion, your life, your everyday does not rely on that specific person. That's only on you. Because when we keep focus on our other people, and then we lost ourselves, that's fine. I'm already lost. And I also believe that focusing on ourselves is not selfish. It is keep setting a boundary and maintenance, like to not pour out from an empty cup.
For me, I think focusing on myself more like meaning I want to develop both my character, my financial and everything and stuff.
And
like,
also emotionally intelligent.
Yeah, like
right?
I want to be more independent and have more self-respect. So the first thing that I recommend when we want to focus on ourselves is that we would do the mirror testing.
Mirror testing, okay.
The mirror testing method is that if you met the right, if you met yourself right now, would you date yourself? This is like a testing mirror, like you're questioning yourself at, oh, at this mental state, at this financial state, at this moment, would I date me? Sometimes we will say yes, but sometimes we will say, oh no, I'm having so much flaw right now.
Yeah.
And I would say that focusing on yourself is not selfish. It's some time of maintaining, because even though like a car operation every day, it still need yearly maintaining, monthly maintaining to keep it going. So also for ourselves. And the way you say that you cannot pour from an empty cup.
Yeah.
So if you are not fully mentally stable, you cannot give it to others as well. If you do not love ourselves the way you want it, you cannot love others as well.
I also want to add something like focus on ourselves. I think inside and outside. Firstly, outside, like our physical look. This is also a self-care and respecting ourselves, because this is just you. You just lay on your bed because you feel comfortable, and you don't go out. You don't take care of yourself, and then you feel ugly. There's no such a thing. There is no ugly person. There is only lazy person. So everyone has their own beauty, and when you take care of yourself, you become attractive. It does not need to have the perfect shape or perfect skin or perfect features. It means that you are needy. You are just being yourself. You express yourself in a needy way, and taking care of yourself. This is the outside, and about the inside, your heart and your mind, to become mentally healthy. And then you also set your own boundaries, so you will become independent and beautiful inside and outside. I think that's also the way of focusing on ourselves.
To talk it easier, I think it's like sometimes we shame on people for being selfish because they take their time to heal. But would you shame someone for putting on their own oxygen mask first on the plane? I would say no.
No, it is necessary. Yeah.
Because imagine that there's like headache on the plane, and if you pass out, you can help anyone, and then you became a bad person. I think the first of all is that you have to help yourself first. You have to put on the oxygen mask first, so that you gain the consciousness and help others people. And it's also applied to love. You cannot give love if you don't possess it, and you cannot teach peace if you haven't found it yet. And focusing on yourself isn't narcissism, it's preparation.
Yeah, it's preparation, and it's also being responsible for yourself too, right?
Besides focusing on yourself, I think like financial is also
a part of it.
Yeah, it's always like a top of it, because financial is like we don't just make money, but we have to learn how to budget it, learn how to save it, spend it, invest in, so that you don't be financially trapped in the relationship. Because imagine like you are depending everything on your partner, and then if you leave your partner, you don't have any financial to support yourself.
And then you begin to separate, then you start with complaining. I was very understanding, and
yeah, I was doing everything for you. But so like, but he's the one who's owning income. So at the beginning of it, if you can't afford to leave, then you cannot afford to stay at all.
So at the end of the day, that person, she was doing all for you, him, but she was not doing it for herself.
So you have to like focusing on your financial exit strategy before you get anyone.
Yeah, true.
I would also like to talk about like, sometimes people misunderstand about being alone and
being lonely. There's a huge difference between them.
Can you like tell the audience how is it different?
Okay, how it is different is that being alone means that it's not lonely. Because, for example, I go out alone. I can go out alone. I can eat at a restaurant alone. It's called independent. And being responsible for yourself, being independent for your life, and it means that you can take care of yourself. These are the basic responsibilities for a human, not only for male or not only for female. It is for all the human beings that you need to responsible yourself. When you have the enough courage and the confidence to go out alone, to do anything alone, it's fine. It is also the biggest success for our lives. So I think that means alone. Lonely means that you're so lonely. I need someone to talk to. I need someone to go to watch the movie. I need someone to go eat dinner. This is called lonely. So alone and lonely. To describe each by each, alone means that independent and responsible. Lonely means like, I want to say, very negative.
So like people sometimes often jump from one relationships to another relationships because they are feeling lonely. They wanted someone to like complete them, and they're trying to like seeking for external validations.
Yeah.
So like, oh, I'm feeling so lonely. I want someone to just accompany me to go there. But we forgot that we have our friends.
Yeah.
We don't have to like being with one people to like filling up our needs, and it's also like very unfair to the other person because you are using them to fill up your loneliness.
To fill your gap.
And when the other people might mistake it as like love and something, and it's very bad for the other people. And if they found out that you're just being with them because you don't want to be alone, just being lonely, you're embarrassed to go out alone.
That person feel used. Right?
Yeah, and how do you imagine like how he's feeling right now, like after seeing all of this?
Yeah.
Moreover, sometimes like we should take a distance, or like we should detach from social media.
Yeah, that's one thing, right? Because social media, they always show the good sides.
Like couple goals and like, oh, if you want to, we would. But we always see like we always see the 3 months rules, 2 weeks rules, 1 year rules, and something like that. But it's all not true. I'm not saying that it's fake, but we should not rely on our reality on what social media is posting.
Yeah, I was even the victim of the social media, that kind of thing.
How?
Because I use the Instagram quite a lot, and then I see a lot of relationship advices from some kind of celebrities and influencer, and she mentioned that this is the if he loves you, he will do. If he does, if he does it, and then I start overthinking, and then I started blaming my boyfriend. You're not doing this, and then the conflict comes up. But actually, in real life, not everyone has the same life, and then not every relationship has the same story. So it would depend on each person. It would depend on each relationship, and then the social media influencer spread the toxic positivity and the extreme expectation, extreme responsibility, and then it became toxic to ourselves.
We they're celebrity and we're just normal people, and we have different financial level, we have different free time, and we also have to be understanding towards our partner. I'm talking on both sides, so it's just not always if he wants to he would, if she wants to she would, or if she wants to another girl will be or would do it. We have to communicate with each other and tell, oh, I want this, and you're doing this is hurting my feeling and stuff. People have different love languages, and not all of us understand those languages. So sometimes those languages need to be taught
Mm.
to be understanding. How about the meaning of love can wait? What do you think?
Okay, the meaning of love can wait. It means that we do not need to search for love desperately. Do you know the right person, right time?
Yeah,
Right
sometimes
person, right time, right? So love can wait means that we are just doing what we are doing right now. We are just focusing ourselves. I will be focusing on my academic life, my career goal, and I'm also doing my self-care. Along the way, I am developing myself. At some point, at the right time, the right person came into my life. Or we were trying to arrange with some people, and then if he or she and we are compatible and we will be together. So it means that we don't need to just really look for love. We just need to focus on ourselves, developing ourselves, and on the way that love can meet us, or we can meet love. Yeah, that's what I understand for love can wait.
from my perspective, love can wait is like right now we are like building ourselves. We have goals. We have deadlines to meet, and we forgot that love is also a distraction because
Yeah,
in a
it's some
relationship,
kind of distraction. Yeah.
in relationships, it requires like energy, and if we both are studying or we both are building business or healing from the previous relationships, it become like a noise or like a disruption towards us both. I would like to like want to share with audience that relationships is not just a background music. You can't just like put them on while you're doing other things because they require like actual attention. They require maintenance. They require emotional labor. And if you are in the middle of building something like career or business, pursuing your degree or focusing on your mental health, a relationship will either fuel the fire or just extinguish it.
Yeah, you may become a partner for your life, or the love can be a partner for your life.
So like most of the time, it's can become like noises. Sometimes like you would have an argument like at 2 a.m., but at 2 a.m. you have deadline. So like it's disturbing your study
Yeah.
or disturbing your
And you
career
also
path.
need to sleep so that you have energy for tomorrow's study, right?
And if you're like a jealousy person, being jealous is also like disturbing because sometimes in the business career we have to have like networking and stuff.
Yeah.
And being a bit jealous is like you're cutting off a huge part of a financial that can distribute into the business.
And at the end of the day, all the sacrifices that you made are really worth it to do so. Sometimes, unfortunately, you broke it. So all the sacrifices are such a waste.
Not because like they're bad or something, but because the timing is real. And sometimes the right person is at the wrong time and it's still bad. So we should like measure it as well.
How do you also think of standards in yourself or in your relationship life?
In my perspective, I think that if I require someone with a high standard value, I should be at the same level as them. Because
Sure.
I cannot demand a 10 if I'm like a level 4. They
Yeah,
won't
true.
they won't accept me
I
as
agree.
level 4. So standards aren't just like what are we asking for, but standards are also like they identify who you are. And if you want a loyalty person, you should be a loyalty person. If you want an ambitious person, you should
You
be
should be ambitious too, right? And one more thing. Do you also think that some kind of like physical features matters to your focus in life and your relationship too?
physical.
apart from the financial and the academic?
It doesn't like a huge part, but I think like we shouldn't change others for our perspective or our like liking. Example, if people A like slim, like a well-built body partner, they should be with someone who's a well-built body. They shouldn't be with someone who have chubby cheeks or like body that doesn't suit them and ask that person to change.
Yeah.
So like if you want to be with a tall guy, be with a tall guy. If you want to be with a short guy, be with a short guy. But you shouldn't ask people to change because that is not who they are. And asking the people to change is like you are not liking them. You're liking someone who is in your imagination.
Yeah,
And you
then
want that
you're
person.
trying to shape.
Yeah, you're trying to shape that person into it.
Yeah.
And when that person agree, it's okay, but it's not who he is. It's not who she is. So when she's getting tired or he's getting tired, eventually he will leave or she will. It's like you can get into a club with a fake ID and you can complain like people inside aren't quality and you snuck in when you weren't like ready for it.
So
What do you think about like rebound trap? Because sometimes we keep on getting into the same cycle of relationships but in different person or different shape.
But you mean that from jumping from one relationship to another? I think that we definitely need healing time from the past relationship. So to me personally, I think that from one relationship to another, to move from one relationship to another needs some time, because you can mistaken that if you jump to another relationship quite very quickly, it's not that you love that next one. It is just like you are filling your gap. You're filling the gap inside you with another one. So in other words, you just heal the next person to heal you. You just like very selfish at some point because you did not heal by yourself. You did not take some time to heal your mental state, your physical state, everything by yourself, or not responsible and very independent, but you just use another person to heal you. So basically, you use him or you use her.
In other words, we can say that healing by jumping from one another relationships to another so quickly, or I don't know, sometimes it's not real healing.
Yeah, it's not really. It's temporary.
Yeah, and it's preventing us from healing actually, from healing like permanently. And the reason why I think it's the reason that we can't heal from this because, as we say, that we're just being with them because we feel lonely. We just want someone to fill in our gaps, and maybe feel embarrassed to go out alone. Maybe our friend groups are having partners, and we just want someone to be like accompany us. Or we just bored and want someone to, I don't know, chit chat with or something.
I think that is also one of the main cause of red flag, becoming a red flag.
True.
Yeah.
And moreover, I think like the reason why one people cannot stay alone is because they have attachment issue. I just want to be with him. I just want to be with her.
I just want to be someone, whoever he is or she is.
Yeah, like maybe we cannot blame if someone have an attachment style, maybe because they have a childhood trauma or something. But if you don't love yourself, you will constantly still like seeking validation from your partner. If he doesn't say, "Oh, your makeup look good," I won't be like having a good day or something like that. So it's just like you're having an attachment issue that you should be changing it as well. Because your partner is also having their own, I don't know, like how do you say it, their own
style,
they have their own life as well.
Yeah.
So they cannot just be with us all the time. So if you're having attachment issue, you should like change yourself first, focusing on healing it first. Or if you cannot heal by yourself, maybe seek for other professionals. That maybe is also good for us.
Yeah. So moral of the story is that attachment issue is not a problem, but one problem is that when you use someone to fill your gap.
Yeah. And moreover, sometimes you feel like you're the main character.
Yeah, main character syndrome.
Yes, like you cannot let anyone to shine. You need to be in the middle. You want all the energy on you.
Yeah, and think that everyone wants you. So everyone has to kneel down to me.
So like when someone just walk off from you, it's like you're hurting your ego right now, and you just can't be alone. You need someone to fill in, to replace the partner so that he or she felt
Jealous.
yeah, like felt jealous or like regret that he or she are leaving you or something like that.
Okay.
So we are spending so much time.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it's
I
okay.
did not even notice. Okay.
Let's
Sorry.
recap what we have talked. Give it to you.
Okay. Let's go one by one. For me, I think the moral of the story is that love can wait. Focus on yourself, right? So focus as young people in their age. The most important to in life for yourself is that be responsible, independent of your own. And along the way that you are developing yourself, you can meet love or life can meet you. And then you have a healthy love life. So along the way developing yourself, you need to be responsible for your financial life, academic life, and shape your life. And at the same time, you also need to feed your mind and your soul. And don't try to force to love someone and if you don't know how to love yourself first. That is the most important thing, I guess. Because only when you know how to love yourself and then you can be more responsible in your relationship and you know how to love. And finally, you need to be able to love someone and you also need to be able to be loved by someone as well.
So for me, to sum up everything that we have talked about, so from the start we have talked about the hard truth, like the wake up call. So sometimes if you are attracting the same people, no, not the same people, but if you are attracting relationships that are repeating in cycle, but in different form, but still a toxic one. Sometimes it's not your partner. Sometimes it's you. You are the stunk. So you should be more like focusing on yourself. And you should remind that love won't fix you. Love won't fix all the healing that you need or the trauma from the past relationship, from your childhood or something. It will never fix you, and you have to be fixed by yourself first. And you have to be confident to like be in a relationship. It doesn't require to be a confident person to have a relationships, but you just can't be needy, because if one partner is giving you all the need, they will feel also exhausted. And you don't have to settle down if you're not ready. No matter if you're young or if you are old in your late 30, 40, you should never settle down, and you should always walk out when you're feeling like shift to focus on yourself. You should mirror test yourself if the person that you are right now in this state, in this mental state, would you date yourself? You should maintenance your financial, your mindset, your emotion before you are willing to give it to others. And also like you should keep yourself away from all those couple relationship toxic stuff that we see on the internet. And we also like need to remind ourselves that love is like a project. It needs attention. It requires maintenance. It requires emotionally, financially. And if you think that, oh, you just want it to be along the way while you're chasing all the goals, I really don't recommend it because you are just making the other person, your partner, feeling hurt. And if you require someone at some specific level, I suggest you to be at that level as well because if you're a 10 and someone a 4, you won't be accepting it. So it also requires to you, if you want a partner that is a 9 or a 10, you should also be a 9 or a 10. And this is all that I wanted to share.
Yeah, that's it.
And for the closing remark is that let yourself heal first
And then you will attract people.
at the same level of your self-respect and at your potential and at your current level as well.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining our live stream. I would like to announce that we will not be living next week and
but
also next week because we are having the
the meeting exams. But we will see you next month, right?
let me check the calendar when will
Okay.
it be. So we are not gonna live next week on the 19th and the 26th, but we will see you guys
On the 5th of March.
Yeah.
Okay, with another interesting topic, and we will be discussing about that. So for now, thank you so much for listening and pay attention to our live stream. Bye bye, and see you next week or
Bye.
next month.
Bye, guys.
Bye.